So there are two things in life that provide the most frustration for us. Number one, problems you can't solve, and number two, people that you can't change. Sooner or later, life is going to throw you, it's going to throw me a curveball. And no matter how hard we try to hit it, no matter how hard we try to figure it out, we're probably going to strike out. Next week during our Live and Lead video, I'm going to share with you how you respond to a situation you can't do anything about when all of your options are gone. But today I want to talk with you about another challenge. And that is, what do you do with the people in your life that despite your best efforts, no matter how far you bend over backward for them, you can't change them? We all have people like that in our life. What do we do? Well, in a book that I recently read, I learned of a Buddhist legend that tells the story of a young farmer who was covered with sweat as he rowed his boat up a river. He was going upstream to deliver his crops to a village, and he was in a hurry. And it was a hot day, and he wanted to make the delivery and get home before it got dark. But as he looked ahead, he spied another vessel heading rapidly downstream toward his boat. And the vessel seemed to be making every effort to try to hit his boat. I mean, he rowed furiously to get out of the way, but it didn't seem to help no matter how hard he tried. And so he yelled at the other vessel. He said, "Change your direction. You're going to hit me." He pointed out that the river was wide and that the other boat needed to be careful. But his screaming and his yelling was to no avail. The other boat hit his boat with a sickening thud. He was enraged as he stood up, and he screamed at the other vessel, "You idiot! How could you manage to hit my boat? In the middle of this wide river, you saw me coming. What's wrong with you?" But as he looked at the other vessel, he realized that there was no one in the other boat. He was screaming and yelling at an empty boat that had broken free from its moorings and was drifting downstream with the current. You see, there's a message here for us, a message for all of us. There is very rarely anyone in the other boat. When we're angry or frustrated or just downright mad at somebody, we're screaming most of the time at an empty vessel. There are people in all of our lives who drive us crazy. They frustrate us. And let's face it, they get on our nerves. They get in our way. We may have spent countless hours in our minds reliving the moments when this person was unfair to us, or unappreciative to us, or inconsiderate to us, or ugly to us. Thinking about this person, maybe even right now, has a negative effect emotionally and physically on you. Your blood pressure, your heart rate goes up. So today I want to state the obvious. The best approach for how to deal with difficult people is not to let them make you angry. You see, getting angry rarely improves the situation, and many times it makes things worse, not just for them or even for them, but for you. Life is too short and your time is too valuable to waste your energy frustrated by people you are angry with, and people, most importantly, that you can't change. So the next time you see that person who drives you insane, makes you angry, before you speak out in anger, look in the mirror and remember that it's really not about them as much as it is about you. You can't control them, but you can always control you. Do the hard thing. Bite your tongue. Don't let people that you can't change get the best of you. And remember that there's probably nobody in the other boat. That's why the Bible says in Romans 12:18, if it is possible, here's this, as far as it depends on you, live at peace with everyone. You may not be able to change them, but you can always change how you respond.